I'm Carmen and this channel is MANO, the channel dedicated to all cancer survivors from around the world. This is a space where we support each other and we learn about the physical, emotional effects that cancer can bring. Today we are with Shauny and she's going to tell us who she is. Hi, Shauny! The first question is, who are you? What is your favorite food? And what are you passionate about right now?
My name is Shauny Schippers. I'm 25 and I'm from the Netherlands. My favorite food, I guess, is like, it's not a pasta that you can order a lot of times on menus. So pasta stroganoff, I do like that. And the things I'm passionate about right now is like being creative in a wide range of things. I do like to fight for accessibility in a lot of things. I also like to fight for the same rights for people with disabilities in sports. So I do that a lot.
And how was to have cancer in the Netherlands?
So I had cancer when I was 8. So I was very young. And in the meantime, the whole system about cancer care in kids has totally changed now. The care I received is now totally different, as now there is one cancer center for kids in my country, and all the other care that you need outside of that you get in a center closer to your house. But when I had cancer, we got it just like in separate hospitals, and I had it at the children's hospital close by to my house. So I was very fortunate about that, as now you have to drive like an hour to that cancer center, which is very centralized in my country. But it was actually pretty good, although there were a couple of hiccups between some different caregivers and doing that kind of stuff. Like doctors do something else than another doctor wants and stuff like that. So that was a bit difficult, but I am pretty sure they smooth lined that process a lot with in the last couple of years now that we have that cancer center in my country. So that's nice.
Do you know many cancer survivors? And if you can describe them in one word or in many?
I do know a lot, actually, as I'm very deep into the community at this point. I feel like when I was a lot younger, I went on a lot of like camps with other cancer kids and stuff like that. And sometimes as an adult, I still do that. So you still meet a lot of survivors and people still going through cancer through that. So I have a very, very big group of people around me who survived cancer on kids' age or young adult age or ayahs around me. I think the word how I would describe them is being resilient, because we always have to look for solutions and always have to look for options that we can do, even though we like a lot of times a lot of things in your life change through cancer, and you have to be resilient to pick that up and make something out of your life after it and also during treatment. So I guess that's the word how I would describe it.
And which side effects from cancer that actually you like, or your favorite superpower that you got after everything?
I find that a really difficult one, because most of the things I have are not very positive. But I learned last week in therapy that the negative things can have a positive thing as well, and the positive things can have a negative thing. So I would say my determination is like really, really big. Like really, really big. That's the best thing I can think about.
Okay. What is the weirdest or funniest thing someone said to you during your cancer journey, or do you want to skip it?
No, I thought about it.
Oh,
I
nice.
thought about it. As I had cancer at the age of 8, that's pretty young in age through, if you look at the normal age range of cancer normally. So a lot of times, like, I don't remember things that were said during my treatment, but I do remember things that have been said the last couple of years and stuff. And I get a lot of, oh, you're so lucky you got it so young. because then you don't remember anything, which is not fair because it's not true. Because most of my things that happened, I do remember, and they are very traumatizing. Um, then you have people telling you you were young, and that means that you are very healthy and stuff like that, which makes it way better. And I'm like, but I got it so young that the rest of my life I have to cope with all the things I got as after effects. So also that one I find very hard. And the people telling you, oh, but you don't look sick, or it looks like there's nothing going on, even though I now have a lot of chronic disabilities because of my cancer, is very hard. Because yes, I had it at a young age, and yes, I'm still young for a lot of people, but in my body, there's a lot going on that people don't see, and that's very hard in a way. So I always find those comments on, oh, you're so fortunate you got it so young. I find those pretty hurtful a lot of times, and shocking that people say that, because actually you're way more lucky if you get it when you're older, because then you could experience more things in life already, instead of having the things I have going on, which limit the things in life that I can do now. So I find those things, like the comments that mostly stay on my mind because they are very harsh. I'm like, I'm just trying to live my life, and there's nothing passionate about just living my life in a way.
Have you ever used the C card, or do you joke about having cancer?
On both of those, the answer is yes. I use the C card a lot. Like, oh my God, you're so strong. You have cancer. Here you go. And I'm like, yeah. And I had a lot of like cancer trips happen and stuff like that, and make a wish and days out because of the cancer card.
What changes would you like to see in your country or in your community to support cancer patients or cancer survivors?
But what I would like to see is more of, we already have like a nice support system in my country, but on the other hand, there are Facebook groups and stuff like that, but they are very inactive. And I would love to see more interaction other than on the events and stuff like that that are planned. And I would love to see more recognition for the mental health portion of it, because I feel like that's still a bit lacking in the whole support thing that's going on. And maybe for other people in my country that's different than for me, but that's how I see it. That's what lacking for me. I guess the mental health support after cancer, and more of a bigger support system, although we do have a support system, but more in person on events and stuff, and less online. And a lot of people also struggle with the fatigue part and stuff like that, just like me. And going to an event sometimes is like a big thing to do, a big step to take. So having more of an online community um that's more active, because now it feels like it's pretty inactive, would be great.
And the last one, which word describe you that doesn't have anything to do with cancer?
Thought about that, and I also talked about it with a friend. And I think the word I'm going for is supportive, because I'm always there for my friends when they need me. There are a lot less people there for me, but at least I can be there for them. So that feels positive.
So thank you very much for the interview.
You're welcome.
Do you like this video? Well, here's a thumbs up and subscribe and support us in Buy Me a Coffee. I will leave the link below. Thank you. Bye.